Hello, this is What the Hottest. Um, I'm here on a Sunday evening. The last video, I pretty much discussed some reasons why I hate the Jehovah's Witness culture, and I'm just gonna continue. Last video I discussed some of the aspects like the door-to-door field ministry, preaching work, however it's called nowadays. But one of the things that irritated me about the door-to-door was the temperament of the householders or the people that you meet when you knock on the doors. It's one thing, people they live in this world, they're busy, and most people work more than 40 hours a week, and for the most part, they got the weekends to do what they want to do, spend time with their family and have time for themselves. So it was kind of I know it's kind of irritated to them for us to come to the door at the most inconvenient time, especially early in the morning, when they want to sleep in. We have to come in, just wake them up and try to see if they're interested in seeing what we have to say about the Bible. But I always felt that if they were so interested, they know where the Kingdom Hall is, and if they're interested in what we have to teach about the Bible, our interpretation, they can they can choose to find a Kingdom Hall and come on down. But is it really necessary for us to come to their door and take time out of their day, out of their time, and talk to them and try to see, come up with some clever way to try to ease yourself into their life and try to take over their mind? But it was that was very irritating. I know it's annoying for the people that we run into, and society always had ways to come up with clever tricks, if you could say, to try to get people to listen. Like you have like the reasoning book, those type of rebuttals to try to combat whatever person come back and make a statement, but the watchtower has something to come back at them so they can get them to start questioning what they really believe. And just the fact of the matter of you taking somebody's faith away. If a person had a certain belief in God, we would come in and change their belief. That was the whole purpose of the ministry. But another thing was that really bothered me was the conditions, like weather conditions. So for the most part, I lived on the West Coast, so we didn't have too much problems with the weather. But I know when it rained, most of the witnesses didn't go out, so I was happy about that. But I lived in the Midwest for a while, and it used to get really cold. I know some of the people out there, they used to go door to door, and it's mostly a rural area. We go door to door, and really it was like a drive-by door to door, because we get in the car for each door and get back in so we can get warmed up. That was kind of interesting. But I don't remember necessarily going out when it snowed, because we had a few times where it really had a big snowstorm. But I don't ever remember really going out. I was young at the time. But just the fact of the matter, getting up on a cold morning or a real windy morning and going out in field service, I never really liked that. Another thing is the thing that really, 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 really bothered me about the whole aspect of the field ministry was the timesheet. I know a lot of you ex-witnesses out there had to deal with that. You always heard the constant, stinking reminder of filling out that stupid timesheet. You have to always turn it in whenever they ask for it. The elders should tell them that'll be the main reminder during the service meeting to turn in your field service time. Every time it comes close to the end of the month, did you brothers and sisters, did you turn in your field service time? Returning your time, returning your time. It's just that was just something that's really bothered me. I knew it. I never seen no back in the scriptures for it. I'm not real well versed in scripture, but I never seen anything in it. Although I've been a witness for a while, I never seen nothing in it. And thanks to Ray France, after I read both of his books, I really see no backup for it. And I just don't see why the witnesses don't realize there's something wrong with that. Because why, if we serving God and we taking time out of our life to serve God, because He should be the focus of our life, why do we have to document the time? They never did it never did it in the first century or any times before that. Why do we have to do it now? So it never made any sense to me. But that's one of the aspects of the witnesses there. That's the real, just it's arbitrary, and there's so much focus on that. So much focus on that time aspect. But another side of the culture that I really didn't like was the preparation for those meetings. And since, like I'm saying, most people have busy lives, and if you're going through your life as a young person going to school, and you got other stuff you have to do. You have to study for school. You have to do your homework. And you come home and you have other duties like clean your room, clean your house. Your parents, they be on you about that. But then you got the meetings. That's for the witness. You have to prepare for them. You come home from, let's say you have a busy day at school or work. You come home, all of a sudden it's time to get ready for the meeting. And that's always just bother me all the time. It was like a burden. They say not a burden, but it's a burden. Preparing for those meetings. You get to come home, see what to put on. For most of the guys, it's no problem, but I know the women, it's more difficult for them because society's always on them about, you have to watch what you wear, and the skirts can't be too short, or it can't be too flamboyant. Certain things you can't wear, no spaghetti straps, all that stuff. It's just there's so many outline rules of what you couldn't wear. I feel like, hey, if they want to go that far, just go ahead and just give everybody a uniform. Say you have to wear this. To keep coming out and saying, this is not acceptable, or we should be good Christians, and it reflects on Jehovah, the things that we wear. Just go ahead and just have a uniform, like a workplace. But another aspect was that was very difficult for me for the meetings was studying. We always have to study for all those meetings. Deer Creek Ministry School, you have a part to get that out. Then you have the book study and the watchtower. You have to study for all that. Make time out of your days to study for those. And it's hard enough to go to the meetings as it is, but now you have to study and prepare for them and try to comment. I never was good at that, but for the most part, I try to keep up with it. As I got to my started to get older, I tried to prepare better because I was trying to reach out. Because the brothers kept getting on me, we want you to reach out, we want you to be a ministerial servant. And there was pressure on me for that. I never became one, fortunately. I'm not technically out, but thanks to God that I didn't get caught up in that. That's another issue too. I'll discuss that later. But for right now, this is some of the things. And the last thing was the socializing. I'm not antisocial, but at the same time, I feel that it just felt different. It was something about the organization. The people, they seem kind of some of the people just didn't seem authentic. Some of their attitudes. I'm not saying that all of them were, but some of them just seemed kind of fake. In a certain congregation that you go to, everybody has their cliques and things like that. But that's just some of the things I was burned on, and it irritated me as a witness. But thanks for next time.